Wait for some people to get in here. Alright, looks like we might have one person in here. Sorry guys, I'm new to this YouTube live stuff, so forgive me. Last time I tried to do this, it didn't turn out so hot, but I'm just waiting for some more people to get in here. I figured we just talk about anything you guys wanted to talk about. How we doing, Mr. Murph? Everything is going well. Just got the house full of sick people at the moment, so bear with me if I sound kind of funky. I'm dealing with a little bit of a cold, but we're working through it. But yeah, basically this is going to be part of what we're doing new this year on the channel, guys. Is we're going to go live twice a month, and we're going to, open up the platform to all the subscribers out there who follow the channel. Give you guys more of a platform to kind of speak your voice. We can talk about anything you want to talk about, whether it's business related, equipment related, any questions you might have about marketing, advertising, anything like that at all. This is kind of your forum to kind of post your thoughts. I can talk about them, about my thoughts on it. But I do want to emphasize, guys, by any means, I'm not no expert on this. I'm only your YouTube business, but I just give you my perspective, my point of view, as I always do in my videos. So feel free, guys, to go ahead and throw out any sort of questions, comments, whatever you want to do, and we can talk about them. Like I said, this is kind of what this is going to be for going forward with the channel this year. It's going to be a platform for you all to kind of voice your opinions, your thoughts, and anything you want to speak on. So, how you doing, Mr. Alejandro? Hope everything's well with you. This looks like we got 5 people on here at the moment. So just gonna kind of have to wait and see as we get some more people on board here, get some questions rolling in, and kind of get this thing going. I'm only trying to kind of keep this by about 20 to 30 minutes long. That way it's kind of user and watch friendly to other people who are going to be watching this later on. Any guy, if you guys out there have any questions about anything at all, go ahead and throw them up on the chat thing. I have it pulled up so I can see that and kind of talk about anything you guys, like I said, want to talk about. Other than that, guys, things on with me so far, we're just getting geared up, getting ready for 2018 season. Getting ready to print my client list off. We're going to start going through the client list, picking off the people that we're going to keep and not keep, and start emailing people out in the next probably 3 or 4 weeks about resuming service again. I can't believe it's going to be around the corner. We're at January 10th, and I mean, we're really only about 45 days away from going. All right, first question we got here. Let's see. What size of trailer will you be using this year? Are you getting DOT'd? I'm not getting DOT'd. Right now we have the 7x14 at the moment. I am looking to expand into a bigger trailer, though. I'd like to get to an 18-footer. Now, I think if I do that, then I might have to get DOT'd and get numbers put on my truck. I do have a number for when I do think about doing that. I can call the state of Kansas and speak to the guy directly from that department, and he can give me the answer I need on that. But at the moment, no, we are not DOT'd, and we're running a 7x14 trailer. But like I said, I'm looking to get up to about an 18-foot trailer. The reason being, we're wanting to add another mower into the business, and by doing that, I want to take all my equipment with me on the trailer every single day for whatever might come up. I have all my equipment right there, so I don't have to do my schedule based around these yards take this mower and this mower. I want to just be able to open my schedule up to whatever the need is for whatever situation. But that's a good question. Thank you for asking that. But the DOT, that's kind of a tricky thing, especially in the state of Kansas. It seems like you talk to the highway patrol, the city cops, and all these sorts of people, and no one will give you the same answer. It's always someone giving you something different every single time. I've experienced it. I've talked to somebody else that experienced the same thing with that question of the DOT. It's kind of a crazy thing in the state that no one can actually give you the right answer, which is nuts to me, but it is what it is. All right, we got Acme on here. That's guys, Acme Mowing. That's that channel guy I gave you guys a shout out to. If you guys haven't followed his channel yet, make sure you jump over, check him out. I did that in my last video. I'm glad you were to stop in real quick and check out the feed before you headed off to bed. I appreciate it. Appreciate your support. Much appreciated. Any other questions out there? I know Acme's in his first year. We got some guys are in year 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 15, 20. But if you guys have any questions, just throw them out there. Like Like I said, that's kind of what I'm here for on these platforms. For the going live stuff is just to kind of see where you guys are at, what you guys want to talk about, and it's kind of different when you're doing the YouTube videos because you do a video, then you have to go back and read the comments. With this, I like this a lot better because I'm able to talk to you guys directly as we're doing the video and can answer questions as we go along. And that way, anybody else that's on this, watching this, can get the same video and watch it in real time. And if they have a question based off an answer or something I get, then you guys can hear that directly right now. Alright, so Mr. Murph wants to know, I went into commercial accounts today with an introduction letter along with some info about my company, introduced myself to the managers, and it went great. I'm sure most of you are doing this. That's a great way to do that. I know a lot of people will put like a portfolio together of like a cover letter with some work, pictures of work they've done, and they'll go introduce themselves into commercial accounts and hand them like that and say, if you're in the need for these services, feel free to give me a call if you need it down the road. It's a great introduction and get your name to them, and hopefully they hold on to that information and we'll look at that. So that's a good idea. Let's see, it says it's already worked already, but it worked great for me today. Landed 2 accounts on the spot. See, you never know what you're going to get when you go on those cold calls. Cold calls can be tricky. They can be frustrating, but at the same time, you don't know what's going to happen. You could get some, you can not get some. That's just the nature of the business. But as you can tell with the example from Mr. Murph here, he was able to land 2 accounts. Let's see, he got those today just by walking in and doing a cold call. So that's another great form of trying to get new clients, guys. That's another thing you can do. You can add into what you're already doing. Like I said, it can be frustrating, but sometimes you have to get through like things you're not comfortable with or not used to and apply them in your business in order to get business. So thanks for throwing it out there. That was a good idea. All right, we got another one here from Acme. Let's see, I need to buy a mower with a narrow deck. I like a 36 or 42 to get in the gated backyard, stand on or walk behind, or 0 to 10. I have a push mower for the really smaller ones. Yeah, I have the 36 for a reason. I use that Skag Liberty Z36 just for the gated yards. I can't get back in there with a Walker 48. That setup has worked really well for me. The next mower I'm going to get actually is going to be a huge mower. It's going to be like a 52 or 60-inch deck on it. That's just for large properties that I plan on taking on. But the 36, I think, is the most useful mower you can buy as far as putting into your business. Granted, you want like a 42 to 48 for most of your accounts, but that 36 will come in handy. It will save you a lot of time, because would you rather use a 21-inch or a 30-inch push mower in the back, or would you rather sit down or stand on and go in those backyards with the 36-inch mower and be done in half the time? That's why I bought my 36. It's worked great for me. It's been a great asset to the business, so I recommend it. Like I said, but as I started this video, I'm just me talking about my business. I'm not an expert as far as business goes. I just like I said, I'm going to year 3 of my business, and I just give you my opinions on what I've done and how I've done it. So but like I said, a 36 has worked great for me as far as going into gated backyards. I still use my 21-inch mower. I won't use it on 3 accounts total, and that's just a total of probably I would say in a week, about 40 minutes a week on a 21-inch mower, if that. So but that's kind of what I keep it around anyways. Let's see, he said I forgot to mention these were all local businesses. Go hit up like your gas stations, or like Pizza Huts, or stuff like that. But you might find stores like Pizza Huts, or bigger name places like that. Sometimes they use like a facilities management company for those, or they might do something like where they're all owned by the one owner and they're all attached to, like, they all use the same company. Like with me, I have a local business. I do a Red Lobster here in town, but I only do the one location. There's 2 locations in town, but I only do one of them. So you never know. Sometimes you might get 1, you might get 2, you might get 10. But like I said, going in and cold calling those people, it's a great idea. It worked great for him. So that's a great example of, going out and just hustling and getting business. There you go. Let's see. Not sure. Businesses, not sure how this will work with big box stores. Now, the big box stores, I know majority of those are using the facilities management companies that are out there, just for the simple fact that they're so large that they call that company if a light bulb's out, it seems like, and they handle it for them. That's the same thing that goes on with their landscape, lawn care, snow removal, power washing. They all do that. So they're a little bit harder to get into. And honestly, I'll give you my experiences I've had with mine, which I do at Best Buy. They can be a headache, those big box commercial places, just because you're dealing with a third party and your estimate doesn't matter. They give you what they pay you for each specific job. So if you're doing like the mowing and landscaping, it's a certain amount per month. You don't dictate to them what your estimate is. They tell you what their numbers are, and if that works for your business, then you can work with them. But if you don't like that number, you just move on and walk off. From you can just tell them you're not interested. So I think the big box stores are more of a bigger headache. The small commercial though I think is good. Doing those smaller commercial ones where you're kind of in and out. The bad thing about the big box commercial places are you're a net 45, which means from the day you send your invoice, you're 45 days out from getting paid. That's kind of a pain in the butt because right now, I mean, 45 days it's a long time, especially if you are depending on, if you have a lot of these and you're depending on that money. Well, how are you supposed to make your payroll or pay your bills when they're paying you 45 days past your bill date? So that's another problem you run into on that. So let's see, another question. Let's see, he wants to know how he can give us how Mr. Murph got his ideas on the introduction letter he made. There's a lot of ways to do that, as far as I know anyways. I don't know how Murph did it. Maybe you can leave that in the chat box over there and let you guys know. But basically, I think it's just letting your customers know who you are, what you offer, how to get a hold of you, your website address, your Facebook page. That way they can go look at your work. Maybe throw some reviews on there and stuff attached with it. And just kind of make it plain and simple, easy to read. That way they can just glance at it, kind of get an idea of what you're offering. Or even if you were to go in and like pre-estimate the facility that you're looking to go at, like if it's a small commercial, and say, this is the price I'm offering. And that way it's all laid out to them right there, so there's no questions left other than whether they want to use you or not. I think that might be a good idea, but hopefully Murph will leave that in the comment section of what he did as far as his cover letter went for him landing those accounts that he got today. But congrats to you though on the hard work of going out there and doing something that most people wouldn't do usually. So good job on that. Oh, we got Copper Creeks in here. What's going on, man? Got your giveaway in the mail. I do appreciate that very much. The string line got from you, so that was awesome. Thank you very much. Let's see what he's got here. Great to watch you live, Dennis. A nice change. Will you sell the old trailer when you get the new one? I am going to sell the old trailer, yes. I can't sell it for a lot though. I mean, I beat that thing up pretty good already. Back where the lift is, where you the gate, some of that stuff came off the weld. I don't know why, but it did. I don't know if it's just weak or what, but yeah, I'm going to sell that trailer and just apply it towards a new trailer. Like I said, I'm hoping to get a new trailer sooner than later, but right now my first priority is getting another bigger mower before I get the trailer, and then I will purchase a trailer after that. The problem, the trailers I'm looking at in Kansas, for some reason, trailers are super high dollar. They're really, really expensive. They're very proud of them here. Now, if I go to Oklahoma or Texas, I can get a huge trailer. I can get an 18-foot trailer that's got the landscaper's box in the front where you keep all your tools, plus tool racks, plus trimmer racks, for about $2,800, and that's a brand new trailer. If I was to buy that same trailer in Kansas, you're probably looking at, I don't know, $3,500 to $3,800 for that same trailer. So if I do buy a trailer, most likely I'll be taking a road trip down and just buying it from one of those states, because down in the Dallas area, that's roughly about 7 to 8 hours from where I'm at. I'd rather drive down there and pick up a brand new trailer that's fully tricked out. It's got everything I need for a lot less, and then just drive back home. It'd save me a ton of money. But for some reason, like I said, in Kansas, they charge so much for the trailers. I just don't understand why. But I know different parts of the country are there more or less. But for some reason, right here, they're just super outrageously high priced. So, but good question. I appreciate it, and I appreciate you coming over to watch my live feed. Thank you very much. Copper Creek's using another channel too. He goes live quite a bit too, so make sure to go check him out. He's got a great channel over there. But you guys got any more questions out there about equipment or marketing or anything? Let's see. So here's the example of how he got his business. This is talking about M. Murph, as the gentleman who went out today. Just to kind of recap, he went out, did some cold calling on some businesses, made a cover letter, went in and visited with some people about his business, and he's actually able to land 2 accounts today, guys, off just doing that. And let's see what he says. He just made a pretty formal letter. He didn't brag on himself at all. I simply introduced myself, stated my business, my focus on quality, honesty, and etc. And then listed a few of our services and started from there. If you're interested in doing business with me, please, you'd love to work with him. See, you just keep it very simple, plain, and easy. That's how he got this, guys. He just walked in with something like that, handed it to a potential client, and he got two. That's how easy it is to get clients in this business, guys. Like I said, I just think there's stuff that you have to do that you're not used to doing or aren't comfortable doing, and apply it in your business. Sometimes you have to get past that to get more business, and that's a good example. I mean, he just laid it out for us exactly how he did it. So let's see, we got Mr. Top Notch Lawn Care Paysgate. He's up in Canada. Hey Dennis, if you're getting a new mower, should you check out Toro Grandstand? I know of the Toro Grandstands. They are around here where I live, but I'm looking to try and hopefully get my hands on another walker mower. I just prefer a walker over anything else out there. I just like the cut better. I just like the mower better. I'm just used to them now. That's my preference on a mower, is a walker mower. Not saying that Toro's not a great mower, but you know, I think that walker is the way I want to lean towards. All right, so let's see. Did you mention another video that you'd be doing Every Door Direct mail marketing this year? How did you pick the neighborhoods to focus on? I am not going to be doing Every Door Direct mail. The cost of it's really, really high. At least here. I found my best thing for me where I'm located at is, since I'm going into year 3, is at this point I'm focusing more on designing the website, because there's a lot of money going into that, and redeveloping it to be more user friendly. But as far as, like, you know, the other forms of advertising I use Facebook a lot. And with that, you ask how do I pick the neighborhoods I focus on? Well, where I've lived in Wichita for a very, very, very long time, so I know the area very well. I know where the high income neighborhoods are, what the extra expendable money is. So what I do is I focus my advertising campaigns just in those zip codes, because those zip codes pretty much are blocked in like some really high dollar areas and some like more high middle class areas where I want to be at, that have that extra cash to spend on the extras like the lawn care, the landscape, the weed control, fertilization, all that stuff. So that's kind of where I focus at, and I just plant all my focus right into those zip codes, and I blow it hard and heavy right into that area. That way, I mean, they're seeing me all the time on their Facebook feeds. Hopefully they're jumping on to like my page, but that's kind of how I do it. Like I said, I don't do the Every Door Direct mail. I might do that next season. It's just a cost. I want to say, just to mail them out, I want to say it runs close to $400, somewhere in there, just to get them mailed. That's not including the material you have to buy to the postcards or the things you have to, you know, put in the mail themselves. So, but you know, that's kind of what's worked for me. That's why I haven't done it yet. And I've had a lot of word of mouth used for expanding my business also. And with us using the Nextdoor app here, where I located at, all these HOAs are all attached to it, and a lot of people are signed on with it. So it's another easy, free way to get your name out to people, because I already am working in a lot of those neighborhoods. So when it does pop up and someone says, hey, who do you recommend for lawn care or landscape or anything lawn care related, sometimes my name gets thrown in the hat. There are a lot of us that get thrown in the hat, but just to get your name in there, a lot of people will look over that and they'll call you, and you get a chance to look out, look at you, and maybe get a chance to go bid on their property too. So let's see. He uses a Toro all-wheel drive 22-inch walk behind. That's a good mower. It is. Let's see. It's like 17 cents per postcard to mail, not to mention the cost of the card. Yeah, I mean, it's not, like, I would say super expensive, but it's not cheap either to do that Every Door Direct mail. Like I said, I mean, I've looked at it. I got a friend of mine that works at the post office, and he, you know, I've looked at it with him, and so he kind of ran me through it all. But yeah, I'm just gonna wait on that probably till next season, or unless something changes my thought process for this season. Am I still using the copper lift blades? Yes, I do, and I swear by those blades, guys. Greatest blades I've ever used in my life, the Copperhead high lift blades, for when it's time to cutting in the spring and summer. I use those blades. I love them. I think they throw down a better stripe with those blades on. They cut clean. I love those blades, guys. You haven't checked it out, I have a video about them. I probably did it about 5 months ago, but I swear by those blades. I use them all day, every day. You can order them on Amazon, eBay, or you can go to your local dealer, and they should have them in stock. You just have to give them your mower model number and all that stuff, and I can get you hooked up with them. So yeah. Hey, what's up? It's Southern Style Lawn Care in the house. What's going on, brother? Hope everything's going well for you down there. Um, Glad to see you're on here. Let's see, what is the cost on this compared to regular high lifts? I'm not real sure. I know you can get them cheaper on uh, Amazon. So if I was going to buy them, I would definitely go to Amazon once you have the part number you need, and you can buy them from there. They typically run about $20 cheaper on Amazon. Where I get mine at, they're $60 for a set of three. I think you can get them for about $40 on Amazon. So I would just check them out, find a model number, and then go to your dealer, price them, and then get on Amazon or eBay and price them on there. Just make sure you get the right part number though when you go to do those on those high lift blades. So that's where I would go to look for them. Let's see. We got Florida Turf Pros in here, man. We've got all kinds of people coming on now. Let's see. I found a great cheap way for delivering postcards is to hire a bunch of kids. I pay them $20 in a neighborhood. We can deliver 5,000 postcards much cheaper. That's a great idea. That's why his channel is awesome. It's because he's always using innovative, different ideas, different techniques to get things done. He is a pro at that. Very awesome advice right there, Jonathan. That's awesome. Something to look into. Most definitely. I'm trying to figure out where are you going to get yours printed at, I guess is a good question. And what do you think of the quality of the print when you're getting them in? Because I know you've used those in the past and have done well with those. So hopefully you leave that in the chat box over here. Let's see. I've had great luck with the Sunbelt XHT high lifts. That's another thing you can look into. I haven't seen those yet, but I might look at that for sure. Let's see. Fuller Turf Pros. He's getting his print with Vistaprint. Okay, that's good to know. I've done some work with those guys already on some stuff, so I will check into that. What is your return rate, Jonathan, on that many distributed versus how much customers are getting back on that? I'm curious to know that. Let's see. How's it going, Dennis? This would be my first year providing full-time lawn care. First of all, congratulations on making that decision. You're going to love it. Let's see. Would you recommend trying solo for the first year? I live in a middle-class area in Katy, Texas, west of Houston, Texas. I've heard of Katy. I would go solo your first year, get it started, get it rolling, see what happens with it. My first year in business, I didn't even go full-time until halfway through the season, guys. The reason being is I wanted to make damn sure that, one, it was going to work, and two, that it was going to take off and do well before leaving a job that was providing some income. So I was very cautious. I didn't go full-time until this past season, guys. So it's a big risk to take, but it's either you leap or you don't leap. But I would definitely take the slow approach to it and go solo. I think for me, this is just like I said, just my opinion, my advice is your first year or two, you need to do it by yourself. You need to get it built, establish yourself, get some stuff rolling. Then you look at expanding it up and building it from there. But like I said, that's just my opinion. Other people have done it differently and had great success. But I mean, I would do it solo, get it going, and then kind of go from there and then hire in. I'm in my third year, and we're going to be hiring this season to help double the business because that's what I'm looking to do. So that's my advice to you. I mean, that's what I would do. Let's see. UZ Marketing is great as well. They have everything from postcards to yard signs. Never heard of that one before. I'll have to Google that and see what that's about. Best pull rate was 2.4%. Keep in mind that we were targeting neighborhoods that were sure bought lawn care. 2.4 is a crazy high number, but it's a doable foot focusing targeting. That's true. I mean, I think if you focus in the areas you want to be in, and you focus on those things that are Jonathan put a video up that he was looking for areas that had pools because typically people with pools have that extra money to spend on stuff like lawn care, landscaping, the things I was speaking about. So that's kind of how he focused his push for his marketing, which is a great idea. Kind of what I do here, since I've lived in the city for so long, is I know the HOAs that are just always looking for those services, and that's kind of where I push my focus at. So that is a pretty good pull rate, 2.4% based off what you're handing out. That's a good. I'm glad to see that's working for. That's a good example of that system working for somebody right there. So awesome. Let's see. What mower do you find yourself using the most? I find my 52 to be my primary for 90% of my yards. It's the Walker 48 side discharge mower is the one I use the most, followed by the 36 for all the backyards I can't get into with the 48. Luckily around here I have a lot of accounts that have bigger gates where you can fit a 52 back there even if you needed to, but the Walker 48 fits just fine back there. And if you're really clever on some of these yards that have a gate that's not quite big enough, You flip the deck up and you wiggle it back in there and you get back there with the walker too. So that's the great advantage of having the walker is the flip up deck. So let's see. Faith Lawn Services, thanks for the advice. Hey, no problem. You know, that's kind of what these live streams are going to be for, guys. Like I said, if you guys have just came in, just to kind of give you guys a quick update. This is kind of the focus. Like I said, I'm making some changes to my channel this year to kind of help change a little bit of how we're operating the channel. It's still going to be basically the same except for a few things added in, like the Q&As, and then I'm going to do a live stream about twice a month to kind of let you guys join in the conversation, to answer the questions you have right now live on camera. That way I'm getting back to you guys right at the moment. So that's kind of where we're moving towards. So let's see, 100-yard signs, $100. That's a damn good deal right there. Let's see. Well, Dennis, when I started a solo guy, up to now I'm still solo. And there's nothing wrong with that. So being solo is nothing wrong with that, guys. And my battery is going to be dying soon, so we're going to have to wrap this up pretty quick. So let's see. I know I'm rambling now, but Jonathan, you mentioned the pools. I do that, but with golf courses, high-income houses are near the golf course in Kentucky. Yes, they are. They are near the golf courses. They're kind of all scattered. I mean, I focus on very high-end homes, and I also focus on middle-class homes. Those tend to be the money makers, or those two different classifications of homes. But that's kind of how I do it. So there you go. Let's see. Are you going to try and find a shop? I'm in the process of looking at stuff. I don't know if a shop's going to be achievable, but I am looking for a huge like storage area for that for at the moment. Good luck to you this season. Keep the vids coming. All right, Jonathan, I appreciate it, buddy. Thanks for watching the channel. And guys, I'm going to finish up here just in another minute. My phone's about to die, and I'm hitting about the 30-minute cap. So, Acme, have a good night, man. Look forward to more content from you also. But guys, that's kind of going to wrap this up right here. I look forward to doing more of these. I'm glad that this one turned out pretty good. I had quite a lot of content coming through, so that was awesome to see. I look forward to you guys continuing to watch the channel this year. I look forward to putting up my content for you guys, and hopefully this is something you guys are wanting to see more often. And hope you guys have a good night. See you later, Mr. Murph. Thanks for all the great things you put on the channel. Take care of yourself also. And guys, that's going to be it. So you guys have a good night. If you're watching this, make sure you guys leave a thumbs up. If you guys haven't subscribed or anything, just checking this out, make sure to subscribe, guys, and we'll do this again very soon. All right, have a good night, guys.